Hey guys, welcome back to Red Rocket Baseball. Today we're going to be doing the power rankings after the first opening week of the 2026 season. Uh, this is going to be based on a mixture of performance, record, and where they were placed previously in my rankings. Um, let's not waste too much time, jump straight into it. Number 30, the Rockies are staying put at. They played a mid team, and it was never really a question if they were going to win the games. I know the score looks a little close. You were never too worried about them winning if you're a Marlins fan. So they're staying where they are. Number 29, the White Sox. They were already pretty low. They got swept in dominating fashion the first two games. It was just embarrassing to watch. And then game 3 was pretty close. Bottom of the 8th, Yelich goes deep, takes the lead. They were playing the Brewers. I get it, but it was a tough series. But Murakami looks like the real deal. We love that. Number 28, I have the Twins, and I know they got to win. A lot of these teams did not. But they're playing a team that clearly isn't in full form yet, and they were in a dogfight every step of the way. I don't see this team going very far and doing very much all season long. I expect them to stay roughly around this spot. Number 27, going up 2 spots, we have the Nationals, and they won their series. They're 2-1 to start this year against the Chicago Cubs, too. They looked terrible the entire series. Their offense had spurts, which you expect from any team, and then their defense was abysmal. But winner wins. You're out of the 29 spot. Congrats to the Nationals. Number 26, I have the Rays, and they looked worse than you think. Even when they were producing, they're producing in confusing ways, and you can just tell that their performance wasn't sustainable, and they were not very good while they were performing. They may be worse than I anticipated them to be. Maybe I'm just looking too much into this first series. Number 25, I have the Cardinals, who also won their series against that Rays team. The offense actually looked like it might be able to produce this season, but Burleson had a huge series, and at this point in his career, I don't see him suddenly becoming a guy that can carry the team. Win is always fun to watch. I think Victor Scott had a couple infield singles, which good for you, man. You get that on base percentage. If they play up, you make good contact. It's going through anyways. And J.J. Weatherholt, he's the real deal. He had a walk-off. He had his first home run. He had his first stolen base. Just real treat to watch him play. Everyone else, not sure I care about them all that much. Number 24, I have the Giants. I feel like I could have put them lower. I feel like I could have put them higher. But they're here. They got dominated the entire series. You do not have any point in any of the games that you were like, oh, the Giants are going to win this one. Never had that thought. But what they do have is they had pretty good vibes as a team. Yes, they were losing, but they were losing in a way that was fun to watch. And maybe that was just me enjoying it as a Yankees fan. But they played hard, just didn't play all that well, especially offensively. They care, and they're going to be better. They're not going to be great, but they are going to be better than what they performed. Number 23, I have the Diamondbacks. They got swept, yes. Like the Giants, they could have been lower. You can put them higher because they faced the Dodgers. It was close games. It wasn't like the Giants series where they got dominated. You weren't ever like, oh, the Diamondbacks are going to win. You kind of knew the Dodgers were going to win. But you're like, oh, a little bit of luck. But yeah, all close games. Offense wasn't there. Pitching was decent. Defense was actually pretty solid. You just faced the Dodgers. And getting swept is getting swept. So, number 23. avoiding the sweep was the Athletics. I feel like all three. No, they got swept. I'm sorry. Uh, the difference between the Athletics and the Diamondbacks and Giants is Athletics are higher than them because I feel like all three games they could have won. Maybe there was one or two that they should have won, but instead they lost all three. The bullpen in these starters just aren't going to win you enough games, especially against quality teams. The offense didn't fully show up. Shea showed up. I mean, I picked him up as my backup catcher. He was on my utility the entire series, and this man showed up. Um, but looking at how this offense did produce, I think it's going to be as good as what everyone says it's going to be. When they're in midseason form, they're going to light up that scoreboard, okay? Number 22, I have the Royals. Nothing really seemed to stick out to me all that much. I expected a bit more, and maybe that's my fault. I saw a lot of these guys have a good WBC, and Bobby Witt, all that. Cole Reagans is back, and maybe I just put too high expectations to start the season. I expected a mid team. They played mid, lost the series, and hopefully they can step up and be better than what they showed. It's the 21-20. The Phillies. This team was not ready to start the season. You can tell. Christopher Sanchez was ready. He was phenomenal. It was a great watch seeing him pitch. But besides that, nobody really seemed ready. Schwarber had a home run or two. I think maybe just one. Yeah, but game one got carried by Sanchez. It was a tough start, and they'll break through, but tough start. 21 or 20 Phillies. 19, I have the Pirates, and they're ahead because they competed all three games. Phillies didn't do that. It was a lot of fun to watch all three games, and all three games could have went their way, a lot like the Athletics, except one of them did. And yeah, all three games could have went their way. They didn't. Fun team to watch though. I think O'Neal Cruz either needs to be shipped somewhere where he's going to care about baseball, or he just needs to be better. I mean, he single-handedly lost them game one. And I know maybe things turn out differently if he does make those plays and whole game's different. It was his fault, and we didn't get to see Polskin's possible masterclass. 18, I have the Cubs. They played. They didn't play well, but they did play. They lost the series to the Nationals, which is embarrassing, but they're this high because how highly they were ranked and how clearly they are going to wake up sooner rather than later. It's only 3 games in. That's us for everyone. The Phillies are going to be way higher eventually, all that, you know. Number 17, I have the Padres. I think this team will keep moving down. They didn't show much all series, not much fight. They had some defensive moments that was fun to watch, which I wasn't expecting great defense. They had some pretty good defensive moments. Besides that, the games seemed to drag a little bit, stagnant as a team all around. Again, only 3 games in. Maybe they do get higher. I do kind of expect them to get lower throughout the season. Number 16, I have the Red Sox. I enjoyed putting them this far down, if I'm being honest. I doubt they stay this far down, honestly. But they did show signs that when everyone's on, they may be a real threat, and Crochet looked like $1 million, which he is. Questions about the pen, that was highly touted, but just a weekend, they'll be fine, I'm sure. Number 16, the lowest rated 3-0 team, I have the Miami Marlins. Did a great job. They swept versus the Rockies, though. and it wasn't like they dominated and it was an impressive 3 games. But again, it looks like it's going to be a fun team to watch, and I hope they actually do make some good noise this year because it'll be fun, you know? Number 15, I have the Reds. Are they better than the Red Sox? Probably not. But they won the series, so they're above right now, and good job. Sal Stewart is legit. Matt McClain might just be back, and the team needs to be watched, and if they can surprise people, I'll be happy. Number 14, I have the Astros. They looked pretty bad most of all 4 games, yet they were still able to split it. I don't know what to say about them. They have names, but a lot clearly aren't what they used to be. I'm expecting them to drop this year. Number 14 may be high as they go. Number 13, speaking of as high as they go, I have the Angels. They split the series with the Astros. I have them ranked above them due to the fact that if the people that showed up in this series continue to show up, I think that they will perform better. I mean, Shonwell, if he's going to have power, and if Josh Lowe is going to come up big in those moments, and most importantly, if Mike Trout is back to Mike Trout form, this team may just have something. Detmers looks like a starting pitcher. Love to watch it. Soriano looked legit. Kikuchi looks like Kikuchi. And, I mean, some of these bullpen arms and everything, they looked serviceable. So that's better than what they've been in the past, which we love that. Expect a drop, and I hope I'm wrong. Number 12, I have the Braves. They won the series against the Royals, I believe. They didn't show much, and there's a lot of question marks on this team, but they're 2-1, and they have high expectations for most people. So here they are, 12, 11. Rangers, number 10. They fought hard every game. Every single person on that team, they wanted the win. They wanted the series. DeGrom couldn't play, which sucked because I think everyone that wanted to watch anything to do with this series wanted to watch DeGrom. But everyone looked healthy. Everyone looked ready to compete, that's something you don't see from every team. And they may just be back just a little bit. Number 9, and them being this high is insane. I have the Guardians, and let's just say we do another power ranking video in 2 weeks. I don't expect them to be anywhere near this. They shouldn't be touching the top 10, but that team just looked very good all series. I mean, Delata reminds me a lot of Grady Sizemore, and maybe that's just team comparison and all that, but there's some aspects in there that I just watch him. I'm like, that's Grady Sizemore type of play. I love his swing, and they won the series, of course. They have some little Guardian voodoo thing that they keep putting up along with the Brewers, and the Rays have done it for years. We'll see if they keep it up. I doubt it. Number 8, I have the Tigers. They could have swept. They didn't. And this team just screams whatever to me. And I've gotten backlash about saying stuff about the Tigers, but they're going to win games. And at times they're going to win games while looking rough, which is what you want when you're not at your best to win games. And this series, I did not think they were at their best. They won the series. So they're still in this top 10. But at the end of the day, I don't expect too much noise from them. Just a solid team. They'll win until it starts to matter, and then it's all forgotten. So, number 7, I have the Baltimore Orioles. They clearly weren't at their best and still won the series, of course, and you can see the fight that they do have, and they didn't seem to have this type of fight last year, and I see them staying up in this top 5 to 10 range for the majority of the year. They're not moving up too much more. They're not moving down probably too much. The pitching has me wondering if bad things are going to happen again this year. Number 6, I have the Mets. They left a lot on the table. They did, but they still made me believe just a little bit. a little bit more than I did at least, and I think they'll be tough to beat all year long. At least the top of this rotation, maybe. And this lineup is just insane. I I expect a playoff team. They won the series. That's my number 6. Number 5, I have the Mariners. They split the series. I think this rotation, if they can stay healthy, is going to be the best in baseball. Um, you just love watching it. Bats need to wake up. Cal specifically needs to wake up a little bit. I know it's only 3 games in, but he did not look anything like Cal Raleigh. Even before last season, the 60 home runs, this is not Cal Raleigh that we know. I don't know how much they can wake up as a team. I see a ceiling on this team. I really do. And that ceiling, in my mind, is not a World Series. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this ceiling that I'm seeing is a glass ceiling that they just break through it. I don't see it right now. But still probably a top 5 team. Regular season team. Number 4, speaking of regular season teams, I have the Brewers. And these first 2 games, they dominated. Yes, it's against the White Sox. But what do good teams do against bad teams? They dominate. That's what they're supposed to do. And that's exactly what they did. Game 3 comes around. They come up clutch when it mattered. 3-0. I mean, they showed us everything you want to see from a team playing against a bad team. Great job by the Brewers. Number 3, and maybe number 3, I have the Blue Jays. They moved down a spot. Just for now. Maybe they have if they go undefeated again next week, maybe they're going to move up to that number 2 spot. I just feel like any of the games could have not went their way. They didn't go the other way. I feel like it was very open for it too, and if they face better teams and play like that, it will go the other way. Credit to them for winning, though. They did their job. I just wish that they showed some true dominance from a team that was the second best team in baseball last year. And next week, like I said, they can pretty easily move up to that 2 spot again. I mean, and it looks like that 1-2 punch of Gosman and Cease may just be pretty diabolical. I mean, just great performances from both of those guys. Number 2, I have the Yankees. Why did they move up from 3-2 above the Blue Jays? It's because they dominated all 3 games. Yes, some guys still need to wake up a little bit. That game 1, Judge looked terrible. But that game 1, they won 7-0 without Judge being productive. Fried looked like Fried. A lot of soft contact and ground balls and strikeouts here and there. Schlittler looks like what everyone wants him to be. He's looked like that true ace. I know it's only 1 game. We'll see if he can sustain it. But he looked unhittable. Fried looked unhittable for the most part. Even Will Warren in parts of the game, yes, he allowed the only run of the series. He looked unhittable for a lot of the game in that bullpen. Worried for just a moment, but never in doubt. Just like, we're going to have to waste a couple more arms, aren't we? But we didn't. Feel like Yankees did. Everyone did their job. Everyone on that offense produced enough. And there was never really a worry about losing any of the games. So that's why they moved up. But sticking at number 1, we have the Dodgers. Yes, in score, all the games were pretty close. But if you were watching the games, you were never sitting back and worried about the Dodgers losing. I personally was actively rooting for the Diamondbacks. There was never a point in any of the games where I truly believed the Diamondbacks were going to pull it off and win any of those games. They'll probably stay at number 1 all year. I hope not. But if they don't stay here all year, it's because they don't care enough about the regular season, and they're getting passed by teams that do care, like one of these other 5 teams that do care about the regular season. Mariners have to care. Brewers have to care. Blue Jays and Yankees, they have to care about the regular season. I mean, they're competing with each other. So if one of these top 5 teams, or maybe the Mets go on a just explosive series and the Dodgers lose a couple games, maybe they move up. But right now, that's my power rankings. Thank you guys so much for watching. It was a lot of fun watching the games for a reason, like making this video for everyone. And I'm just going to keep doing it, hopefully grow a little bit, and just let you guys have a say in all of this. So thank you guys for watching. Red Rocket Baseball, out.